¿Qué tal, mi gente? Estamos de vuelta con The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, The Complete Edition, The Road to Platinum. Vamos a continuar donde les dejamos el capítulo anterior, en el cual regresamos al pasado, salvamos a Siana, derrotamos a Devlav. No sé si está muerto, si está vivo, la verdad. No sé si un vampiro superior como Devlav muere así. No sé qué le hizo Regis, así que... pero vamos a darle. Salvamos básicamente a Toussaint, a Beauclair, de la invasión vampírica. Un momento. Ok. ¿Qué más? Básicamente eso, ¿no? Bueno, ahora nos va a haber una ceremonia como de condecoraciones. Y bueno, volvió a pasar lo mismo de la anterior, en el que Regis nos dice que tenemos que hablar con el Boot Black, que básicamente es el pulidor de botas o de zapatos, como sea. Entonces vamos a ir a hablar con Elk Brown. Vamos así vestidos porque este es para nuestra ceremonia, básicamente. Entonces vamos allá. Vamos allá. Hoy creo que será corto, la verdad. Voy a intentar que sea lo más corto posible. Ya después continuamos con más. Ya prácticamente, no sé si hoy, yo pues quiero hacerlo lo más rápido posible, pero la verdad es que al final es bastante bla 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 bla. Nos dimos cuenta cuando nos los pasamos básicamente Blood and Wine de la otra forma. Vamos a ver, quiero ver algo. No, meditación no. Carta. Le. Falta este, ¿no? Requirements Adrenaline Rush. ¿Cuál es Adrenaline Rush? Este ya lo... Ah, este no lo tengo. Vale, me faltan mutágeno y 3 puntos de habilidad, cabrón. Vale. Vale, quiero que esté todo bien. Vale, esto a qué nivel se abre. No, necesito desbloquear otro. Un 8. Vale. Necesito desbloquear una cosa de estos. Ah, pero para esto necesito esto. Son 3 puntos de habilidad más. Vale, vamos. Vamos a ir rapidito, joder. Te supongo que es lo mismo, ¿no? Lo mismo, hablamos con el peladito, nos dice lo mismo. Vamos y buscamos al maestre que nos da la letra. Bueno, la letra. El cosito este. Confirmamos que era la duquesa, que es el último bersaglio de Diana. Por aquí.
I agree completely, young man. Lois is clearly more adhesive than Lone.
Isn't that the truth? I noticed it myself. But clay? Now that's a real pickle to clean off.
Okay, they're talking about that.
It's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish. Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
No, prácticamente esto ya lo vimos. How's business?
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Beggars.
Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
My patience is starting to run out.
Ho riso otra vez.
Think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad.
Of course.
I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Where, boy?
Well,
Come
at
on.
the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble.
Por ahora, igual.
We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
Yep, let's go. Pero lo extraño es que no es como la misma misión, o sea, para mí ahora todo esto es opcional. Pero obviamente yo lo quiero hacer. Quiero que la vieja sepa, la duquesa, que ella era la último, no sé ni ahora cómo decirlo en español. Target. Let's do this. Mierda, me va a tocar pelear con este. What did you want, money? I wanna give you money, I don't wanna fight.
Gentlemen,
Calm, please.
get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
Ok. Pero ¿qué hay de malo en que ellos vivan aquí,
The
cabrón?
shelter. Them living here bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor, fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past.
Okay.
such rabble.
Understood.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Toi, he poking insults us on our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Ok. Un momento. Vale, estaba cambiando el control. Let's bring it on.
Those vampires were running about town. I almost dumped my guts in fear.
Toma. 2 por 1. ¡Qué embuste! ¡Qué embuste!
Try me.
Uy, zona. Toma. Cae.
Grey-haired puppy knobber.
Viene. Toma. Ya.
You are one damp squib.
Bien, igual. Toma. Me ensuciaron el vestido, cabrón.
All right. I can take a hint.
La verdad no quería pelear.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
I need the letter. It's very important. It's no use to you anymore.
Ahí
I
cogió
was
una...
to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was fine.
Se fue la propia Siana.
Need folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this.
Why
This
not?
time. Situ Arducessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain teaser and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Okay.
Why would Sienna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Todas.
Yes, yes.
Me da
All
risa.
seem likely.
Exactamente.
None are mutually exclusive.
Ninguna
But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask
excluye la
yourself.
otra. La verdad que está viva, ahora le podemos preguntar.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Sienna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her.
Coming with?
Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue.
Okay.
I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of the simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Sienna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence.
Okay.
She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and
His
now this,
death?
atop all that, no, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Ok. O sea, al parecer sí lo mató. Vale, pero aquí sí hay diferencias. Ahora sí hay diferencias. Vamos. Vamos, cabrón. Espérate, déjame ver el mapa. Puedo coger por aquí. Vamos a coger por acá abajo. Y nos teletransportamos, cabrón. Vamos. Vamos por aquí. ¡Yuhu! Ahí está el book black. El book black. El book black. Book black. First travel. Vale, aquí. Booker Palace. Diría que esta conversación y ya. No creo que me dé tiempo para más. Vale. Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos. Por lo menos cambió. Cosas diferentes. Llegamos. ¿Puedo entrar así de sencillo? Vaya. Y qué casa espectacular, ¿no? Talk to Sienna. Hello, Sienna. How you doing? Más para arriba. Vale, aquí hay cositas. ¿Puedo coger por aquí o vale, tengo que hablar con el maestro? Hello, mate. Please leave me pass.
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no?
Yes.
Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise
Thank you,
to be brief.
Thank you, mate. I like that. Sí, no sé, no parece una celda ni por el carajo. Parece un cuarto encima. No, Drácula, cuarto.
The inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Hello, Sienna.
Have you come to see how I fare?
Not
Fine,
exactly.
Thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from
I
me.
know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want
Sale el subtítulo, joder.
Such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious. Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Vengeance? That's the only one that I... Pero, no, envy her, I wouldn't say it's envy. I would say it's this one.
because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated.
Vamos.
Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know.
Claro.
If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Then, that's why.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
She was a child.
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless.
Y le dijeron que se había muerto, ¿no?
Not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you? With all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Farewell, Sienna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Want to see him too. Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Yep.
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Yep.
Completely. Found proof.
And she... ¿Cómo es?
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Vale, aquí se viene el trofeito. Si no te mal es aquí. No, a few hours later.
In the guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes,
Yeah,
your
mala.
enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Ahí está el trofeo. L'ultimo grande eroe. Perfecto. Perfectísimo, cabrón. Vale.
May the symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Truly honor. I'm not gonna say this.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Deadloff. You were to be the beast's fifth victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Proof.
Y una declaración de ella misma, una confesión de Sienna, cabrona.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me?
Yep.
You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her.
Very good. I like
I
that.
far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Sylviana. Uy, esta foto, esta foto. There it is. Hello, Sienna.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Yep.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You
I
have
accept it.
committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Crimes were horrible, but she had cause to feel pain. Sienna's clearly guilty. No, this one.
Bitterness consumes Sienna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Sienna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister? The day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment. It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid. The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace. Supposed acts of cruelty. Inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found.
Ahí está.
Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Will you forgive me?
Pero parece más vieja en Henrietta, to be honest. But she needs to be in prison, to be honest. Y ahora... No, no, pero no me mandé enseguida. Joder.
It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you got out early, the others are probably just getting started. And drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Ah, qué foto.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips.
De ese puso solo la armadura. Otra fotazo.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local man of the Alrauna Diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I'm a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you, likewise, have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Yep. Fine, let's go.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Vale.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
Ok, mi gente, vamos a verlo aquí por hoy. Continuamos mañana con más The Witcher, con más Toussaint, más Bucla, con más Blood and Wine, Regis. Ya prácticamente vamos a terminarlo, sería el final. Nos devolvemos a ¿por dónde quedamos? Creo que nos toca ir a Skellige, no me acuerdo. Pero bueno, nos devolvemos a la historia principal. No, era la historia, no, sí, a la historia principal. O primero hago ¿cómo es que se llama? Hearth Stones, I don't know, I have to decide it. Y por eso también vamos a parar hoy. Vamos a ver para ver qué decide mi mente. Entonces mi gente, lo dejamos aquí por hoy. Gracias por todo. It is very appreciated. Nos vemos la próxima. Chao, chao.